Hey y'all, welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach.
And I'm Jen.
And we did a thing today.
We did a big thing.
A big thing. An opportunity presented itself.
It did.
It's never the right timing, right? You can always make up excuses in your head on why we shouldn't do this thing. However, this opportunity would never happen again.
Yeah.
This kind of deal would never happen. So the only thing we're going to tell you is it's animals.
Yeah.
That's a lot of them. 10 of them. So we're going to keep it back on what it is. You'll have to hang out. We are going to get them next weekend.
Yeah.
So what that means is we've got a lot of work to do this week. So we're going to pump out a couple videos here to kind of show you what we're doing to prepare, get you excited. We're excited. And then we'll have the big reveal later on this weekend.
So excited.
Very excited. So I got my brother-in-law coming over to help me because where they're going, well, one set is going in. We're expanding down the compound, like towards my mom's house.
Everything we have is in the back.
Yes.
But we are now expanding to the front.
Right, and it's part of it. My mom is cool with us using the backyard back there. She has several acres that are just in the backyard. I want to say it's like a 2-acre backyard, or if not more. So perfect animal area. That's what we're going to start today. And I'm going to take you along. It's like 20 degrees outside. So Jen's going to stay in here with the kids. They just cannot be outside during this. It's going to be too cold. So we're going to get a little bit done, try to get it done, and just piece this bad boy together this week.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You know one thing that's really nice? So when I did a lot of chainsaw work, my blade fell off, so I got to tighten it back up. But when it's 20 degrees outside and it is 79 in your greenhouse, that is absolutely where you put your chainsaw back together. Okay, chainsaw is fixed, ready to go. And project number 1 is clearing this out. So we're still 100% debating on the exact setup with the fence and the structure, but we do know that this has got to be cleared out because we can't see through it and we can't get in it. And just for reference, there's the front of our house. This is kind of our driveway area. And then so right in front of this starts my mom's backyard. So I'm gonna get in here and clean out, especially the locust trees and different stuff, probably leave the pines. Maybe trim them up and clean them up just because we want some trees. But job number 1, let's get on it. Okay, so my camera's really cold and it did something weird there, so hopefully this vlog's fine. We get quite a bit done. And then right there, well, let me get over here. It's just so thick. And apparently, when we first cleaned this out for our driveway, we decided that this would be a good spot to throw all of our wood. So we are cutting live trees plus piles of bush that we had. Brother-in-law Jed, rocking the chainsaw. He was killing it. He wanted to do it. I let him do it. It's actually his first time running a chainsaw one.
First time?
First time for everything. You gotta learn someday. So all of this over in here is just stuff that we had piled up. Problem is, new trees have grown right in the middle of them. So we kind of got to cut it piece by piece. But all of this was completely just full of that thick everywhere.
What is that stuff in the air?
Probably gnats. Or snow?
Oh. Yeah.
It's snowing. What is that stuff in the air? I don't know what this white fluffy stuff is. Never seen it before. First time with a chainsaw and the first time we saw a snowflake. But yeah, so we got this remaining and then we'll be ready to get ready for animals, which this isn't gonna be their only spot. We want this to be part of it because it's very close to our home. And we like our animals a little bit close, at least their houses. So day 1 complete. We got about 6 days to go. It is day 2, and the Lord said, I'm gonna make you work for this big thing. So it's snowing, the coldest day that we've had since winter started. The wind chill this morning was about 3 degrees, and I think we're gonna rise to what it said, it's something in the 20s today, so that's nice. I know all y'all from up north like, suck it up, Buttercup, we have this every day. Well, we don't here in Kentucky. It's not every day that we have this. We've had an extremely mild winter, and my body has not gotten accustomed to it yet. So we cleared out a lot of this stuff. Jen and I talked. I can spend a lot of time cleaning this out, but I think we've got enough cleaned out for us to start building a shelter. So today I'm gonna start building the shelter. That's where this video will hopefully end, is with this done shelter. And so I gotta make sure I'm not saying too much because I keep wanting to let it all out and just tell y'all what it is. But I really want to build some anticipation here and get excited like we are. So I'm going to put it right there, kind of tucked into the trees. So let's kind of talk it out real quick. Okay, so what the plan is, now that I'm looking at it, I hope it works. We'll see. It's either gonna have to go here or right here. Here's obviously easier because it's cleaner, but that kind of, well, if I kind of angle it this way, let's talk this out. Y'all talk it out with me. Our house is right there. So what we would like to be able to do is open the door and see it. So this is a 3-sided structure we're gonna have. And so I want the opening in some form or fashion to be able to see our house, but also be in a decent spot and not be in the way. So over here is kind of where our round driveway goes, which it ain't finished yet, but eventually it will be, so I gotta kind of think that out. If I put it tucked in here, that would be best, but I'm gonna have a lot of issues dealing with all this brush pile, which I'm still gonna clean out, just not this week. So I think our only option is gonna be to put it here. I have a natural slope because I am gonna be collecting rainwater off this, so we gotta build it with that in mind too. So I think right there is gonna be good. Mom just came out the door. We can see each other a lot clearer today. They're right there. So I'm hoping we can get it right here. That's enough to where I think it faces our house enough to where we can see it. I might have to cut down this cedar. What do y'all think? I think right here is gonna be good. Not knowing anything about what we're doing, but just thinking structure-wise and what I've asked, I think right there is gonna be the perfect spot. Not perfect, but the most ideal spot. Because then I gotta do fencing. So I can fence coming this way, and it's gonna shoot out that way. So it's gonna kind of round. And then I can have the gate right here, open, close, be able to get right into the shelter, and then have out there fenced in area, because that's all you get. All right, I think I've got my plan. Thank you all for letting me talk that out. I appreciate your input. That was very helpful. So let's get to work. Oh, and I don't have a GoPro. So I'm gonna try to film as much as I can of this, but I've actually got my truck running because to stay warm. I know I sound like a whoosh just saying it out loud, but I've got it running so I can get my hands warm. I do have gloves, but again, body not adjusted to this super cold, and we're down to 6 days until go time. So I will record as much as I possibly can. Plan change. So I got sitting there thinking about it. I didn't like it. Right here where these 2 cedars are is the perfect spot because we can see it easily, and then I can run the fence on down that way. So I gotta take these 2 cedars out. So that means chainsaw is coming back out.
Ooh, it's cold. Got some good progress going though. I'm sure he's been talking to y'all. This is gonna look nice. It's actually gonna be bigger than we first expected, so that's gonna be awesome. It's called trying to convince one of the grandmothers to watch the kids so I can help Zach, because right now he's a lone wolf. And it would go a lot faster if I could help him, so we'll see. So clearly this is gonna be a, what?
I about pulled a Christmas story.
What?
My screws got so cold.
Oh,
and
stop
I
it.
always
That's
put
gross.
I always put the screws.
Oh no.
And it hit my tongue and stuck to it.
Oh.
Not made for winter.
So clearly this is going to be a pallet house. It's going to be tall, so it's going to be taller than what you see. We just haven't got there yet.
I'm gonna put 2x4s up, and we're gonna go 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 foot. So we'll have a nice slope. Then we're gonna do rain catchment, so we'll have water for everything here. But you gotta love a pallet. The only problem with pallets is they're 4 foot tall, but they're 40 inches wide if you have them in this setup. Well, either way, that's the same measurements, but I wanted the height. So I got 40 inches wide, which makes me in a really weird setup when you use 3. So I'm like 10.5 foot everywhere. And so there's no boards that are that size. Originally I was doing 8 foot, and then that didn't work out. So now I'm at 10 foot, so all the boards are too short. So I'm having to improvise like I do normally.
Yeah, but the pallets were all free, so this is nice and cheap. Okay, so it's really starting to come together. So far we have pallets, 2x4s, and pine planks.
It's pine wood fence boards.
Yeah,
So
fence
like
boards.
privacy fence that you see in people's backyards. If you've never heard of pine wood fence boards, you need to. They're about $1.12
Super cheap.
at Lowe's. They also have them in cedar. That's $2.46, and the cedar lasts forever. I agree. Trying to do this as cheap as possible. So, and they're going to be protected by tin, so I wasn't too worried about that. They're already going to be protected. But let's get in here and I'll show you a little bit more about what we did. Okay, so we used 1, 3, 6, 9, 11 pallets. 11 pallets for free. And then all I did
Which
was...
you can get for free too.
That's right, you can get them for free too. All I did was when I butted them up, I just screwed one screw into each side. You just kind of angle it in and it works just fine. I wasn't too worried about that security because I'm gonna have so much other stuff holding it together. I just wanted to make them stand out. These are just 2x4s. Your pallets are 4 foot tall. I went 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 foot. And so that's gonna give us our runoff to make sure that we can catch our rain, because we're definitely gonna be catching some rainwater here. And I know I'm 6 foot tall, so you're gonna have to squat a little when you get in the back, but it's okay. We can get in here, and it's a lot easier because I can stand and reach the top. So if we have any storm damage, it's a lot easier, and it's perfect height. So these are the pine wood boards like I mentioned, and you can easily do this. We're almost done. We just got to run them across and then put the tin on. And then I'm actually going to use the pine boards, more of these, to cover up these holes so no wind can shoot through as well. And I think once it's all said and done, the tin's going to be the most expensive part that we put on this. It always is.
However, if you have tin laying around, then that's good for you.
Exactly, that's good for you. We just do not. But I think I'm going to be maybe $200 or $300 in for this entire structure, and it's going to be a little over 10.5 foot long, 10.5 foot wide. So that's what are we looking at? What's 10 times 10? 100?
Yeah.
A little over 100 square foot that's in here. It's going to be pretty good for a really cheap amount of stuff.
That's right. Look who we convinced to watch the kids. Okay, so we got the front side, or the fronts on with the fence boards, and that side, and this side. So now we gotta go to Lowe's. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall. And get more fence boards so that we can cover the gaps in the pallets and tin for the roof. So I think that's what we're doing now.
Okay, y'all, a major step in this new big thing is complete.
Yeah.
For the most part. It's complete enough. There's a couple things that I want to do to it, which I can get to at some point, but we want to show it off to you all.
Yeah, let's do it. It's pretty.
It is pretty, I like it. Okay, so right off the get-go, here's your front. And we did 3 I think I mentioned that earlier, but it's 3 pallets down, 3 pallets across, 3 pallets back up, and then we got 2 here to give us our door. So it's about 10 by 10, 12 by 12-ish. It's at really right around 11 foot. Pallets are weird in measurements with the 40 inches wide when they're in this stance. So I think it's like 10.8 feet that we got going on here. So all kinds of room in here. We put the one structure in the middle right there, 2x4 for support. Got all of our, we actually got vinyl, which by the way, y'all, this is the most expensive part of any stinking structure and it drives me crazy. That's $20 a sheet for that. 10, we was looking at like $40 for 12 foot long sheets. Just absolutely insane. Should not cost that much, but that's that soapbox. So right here is gonna be a cool part. It's gonna be stained and it's gonna have a name on it. I mean, how perfect of a spot is that for that? It's gotta be, right? We gotta have something on there.
And a planter box.
And a planter box. You know what's a planter box right underneath to make it pretty. Can't tell y'all what it is yet, but you'll find out soon. And then so the side's kind of what we did, which we're gonna, what's that? How do you call it when you burn stuff? Shunshugiban?
Yeah.
Close enough. We're gonna do that with the side. I gotta get my father-in-law to come over and bring his torch because it's his, but we're gonna do that all on the sides. So you might be like, why did you just do the bottom? Well, we're also thinking summertime, which we'll also get in more detail, but we need a little wind flow, just not much. So when we get to the back, it's completely covered because we are, if I'm looking right behind you, that's east, and that's where all of our storms come in from. Every single one right up this hill. Sorry, I said east, that's west. Every storm comes from the west to east on us here at our area, and that's where most of the rain's gonna hit. So we're gonna be running a gutter down here. We're gonna be collecting the water, which is gonna be awesome. We were so big into that and we've gotten away from it and we need to get back. Looking at you, Green Dream. Thank you for inspiring us to get back into that. Just ran y'all into a tree. Then this side, my battery died on my drill, so we just called it a day because it's getting late. But we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom here. Just get a couple layers up, but then leave the middle as a gap for wind flow. But there she is, y'all. There is the structure of the unknown thing that is coming this weekend. So, a lot of people guessed pigs. Do you still think it's pigs?
It's not. Let's go.
Really?
It's not pigs.
Y'all, there's not a chance in this world we are gonna make it to this weekend without one of us telling you all. Okay, well, all right, it's not pigs, but we're not telling you anymore. I think that was like 99% of the guesses. We had pigs, velociraptors, T-Rexes. What else? I mean, it was really pigs. It's not a baby.
No. Oh, yeah, we're gonna put the baby in the manger.
A lot of people guess baby. It's not that. You know what? We can go and tell them nobody's guessed it.
Nope.
Nobody's guessed what this is. It was 100% unexpected, and it was not on our radar until Saturday night, and then Sunday.
They're not here yet. We know they're coming.
Yeah.
But we're getting it ready before they come.
Right.
Which is unlike us, so it's good.
And it's not. It might not even be something. It might be a thing, or items, or storage. She gonna slip it out, yeah. She gonna slip it out.
Probably.
But there's the structure. Jed, get over here. My brother-in-law Jed was a huge help the past 2 days. Y'all saw him all in this video. There he is. You're gonna see.
Doing things.
Doing things.
Single man, ladies.
That's right. He's been saying all day.
That's right.
He needs a Homestead honey.
Homestead honey, that's right. So we've got a lot more work still to do. This is one structure down. We got to build. No, we don't have to build another structure.
Yeah.
Now it's fencing.
Yes.
We got to get fencing done. So all that to come this week. I have the busiest work week ever, which isn't the best timing, but it is what it is. So this, I'm very happy that's out of the way because this was probably the hardest thing we had to do to get ready. And there it is. So I know there's a million better ways to do exactly what we did. We're happy with it though. Pallets you can't beat for free.
That's right.
The structure is big enough for us to get in and do things. And we're happy with it. And we know the unknown thing that's coming will also be okay with it.
They're gonna think this is my house.
Yeah, this is Jed's house.
It's actually Jed's house. He's learning homesteading skills for a reason,
That's
folks.
right.
We might have a future
Welcome
homesteader. Welcome home. All right, y'all. Well, I think this is where we leave you for today. Be ready for the next one because we're just going to be adding on to getting ready for this week.
That's right. We love y'all.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.